Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or rather, good afternoon. Today is a beautiful day of the 10th of October 2022, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody who is celebrating it on this day. This is Guelph Lake in Ontario, in southern Ontario, near Guelph, and you can see just beautiful landscape around. What I would like to do today is to measure the radioactive background. Um, each time I hear about bombing of a nuclear power station, I have a desire to accomplish the measurement, and that's what I would like to do today. I will be using radiation meter named Pripyat. It is Soviet made, it's very good, and this is the machine, the device. It has a steel plate which is covering the Geiger tubes, and in this position it is measuring only gamma rays. It could be removed, the steel plate could be removed, and then the device will be measure both beta and gamma rays. It is important because most most radiation which goes from a bombed nuclear reactor emits in beta range. So the matter is that the official measurements are usually being made in gamma rays, and they even if the data are broadcasted, they seldom give a true idea about what's going on. Well, first I will be measuring the gamma rays here. The measurement is to be conducted, just a general purpose measurement is to be conducted about 1 meter or 3 feet from the ground in the air, and then I'll measure beta plus gamma rays. So if there is no substantial difference, and if the radioactive background is, so to speak, normal, which means from about 5 to 15, maybe 20 microrangens per hour, that means that everything is fine. And if there is no difference between the two measurements, gamma and beta plus gamma, it means that everything is fine, and so far those reactors or nuclear power stations are not open, and there is not much radioactive waste that come here. Yeah, it can. During the Fukushima disaster, for example, it was quite noticeable here, and in the US too. So, okay, now let's start. There is a knob called power, and we can observe the figures. This is gamma, just gamma rays. This device gives the measurements results almost instantly, which is very good. You don't have to wait for a few minutes, as might be in the case of some other radiation meters. Yes, so far it's quite good. There is no reason to be worried. The results are in microrengens per hour. It shows 10, 12. Oh, it's just for simplicity. I do not want to complicate the calculations from zeros and so on. So yeah, it's pretty close. So we can see it's like 14, 15, 10, 6 microrengens per hour, which is a very good result. It's good to know. It's very soothing. The reason why the wood, this piece of wood, seemed to have a slightly more level, it might be because of the Fukushima. Yeah, so if we, or maybe just an occasional deviation at such a low level, it may be a deviation too. And now I'll shut down the device and remove the steel plate and measure the total of beta plus gamma. Just to be sure, I'll move it towards the sand. Yeah, basically not much difference. Yeah, this is the normal, so to speak, background. I mean, it's not normal now, thanks to nuclear tests. Now it's about 2 to 3 times higher than it used to be before, which is not good by itself, but yeah, for the present time it seems to be normal. There is nothing to worry about when you see those figures like 10 microrengens, 11, 12, 15. That's okay. So now I'll switch it off, and I'll remove the steel plate. You see there is a lock. Yeah, there are you can see the two Geiger tubes, and now they are covered with film. The window with them is covered with the film to avoid any contamination with radioactive ground or radioactive materials. And now the radiometer can measure both beta and the total of beta plus gamma radiation. So now I'm switching it on again, and let's see what we are observing now. If the result is similar to what we've seen before, that means that there is no significant radioactive contamination of this area from the nuclear reactors. Otherwise, it might be that something was thrown into the atmosphere here, there in the Eastern Europe, where those nuclear stations which are now being bombed. And it well, it can definitely reach North America and this region. So this is a good idea when you hear about those news to conduct your own measurements. So far the figures are very good. There is not much a difference. Oh, by the way, we can measure the tree if yeah, if the figures are higher when we approach the meter. That is definitely, almost definitely from the Fukushima or some of the local reactor. We have quite a few of them around. No, it seems to be alright. So this is just a general measurement, just for curiosity. As you can see, the radioactive background here is quite low. It's okay, it's normal. It's maybe even lower than in most other places. So those changes in the values are mostly due to occasional deviations, maybe some insignificant amount of artificial radioactivity too. Yeah, it could happen because there are many nuclear power stations around and reactors too. Yeah, my impression is that yeah, it might be slightly bigger, but beta plus gamma, but it's still not high enough to be concerned. Basically, it's the same as before. All right, so this is what I wanted to do, what I wanted to measure, just to have this piece of very soothing information on this wonderful day. Yeah, so far so good. During Fukushima, by the way, the results were not like 6, 7, 10 as we see here, but they were coming as high as 70 and even 100, which is, well, definitely, which was not good, definitely. Yeah, so yeah, that's, the figures are good. What we see is 15, 13 microrengens per hour. Yeah, so on average it's about maybe 10 to 15, which is quite good. It's perfectly acceptable. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Now I'm switching off the machine, the radiation meter, and yeah, thank you very much for watching and enjoy this wonderful day.